To install the drop-back rail on your DLX Lux, the first thing I recommend is removing the grips from the Lux. Doing this gives you the ability to see if the screws that you're going to use here are going to be too long. If you do use screws that are too long, it can actually push up on the battery, damaging either the battery or pushing the battery up into the on-off switch on the Lux, damaging the switch. So as you can see here, the screws will come through the grip here, pushing up on the battery and possibly busting off this on-off switch as the battery gets pushed up into it. So you want to open this up so you can see here if the screws are too long. Next, you want to take your 5/32 wrench, you remove the knob on your on-off, use your 5/32 wrench to remove the ASA. We do recommend removing them evenly so you don't damage any of the threads on the grip itself. Once you have that removed, you'll get into your parts kit. I've already got the screws here, but the first step for the drop back rail is you'll use, it's slightly longer than the screws that come in the ASA. That'll actually be the one that you'll want to use on the front of the rail. As you can see, it sticks out there a little bit, but not too long. I mean, you definitely wouldn't want to use the super long screw where it's definitely going to go up and push up on your battery there, as you can see. So, first thing I'll do is start my rail on front here. I just snug it up so it can still move a little bit because you're going to need it to move. You're going to want to use one of the screws that came with the ASA here. And as you can see, there's a groove there, so you can slide these screws out of the center groove there, and they'll slide out. So you want to use the short screw in the back and the longer screw there in the very front. And you'll take, it's very crucial to make sure that O-ring's in place, and also the O-ring between the grip frame itself and the rail. Slide these into place here. I start with the back one first, make sure it's straight. Slowly again tighten these up evenly. If you do tighten the front screw too much, what'll happen is it'll actually take and it'll cause it to where you can actually cross thread the back screw because it'll throw it out of alignment there. So make sure you tighten them up evenly, come back, snug up all your screws. And as you can see here, the screws are not coming out up in the grip frame, pushing up on the battery. So those are the correct screws to use. After you've done that, you can reinstall your on-off knob and your grips. And you have successfully installed your new drop back rail. This will give you the ability to use the Gorilla tanks, as the fill nipple will actually hit into the back of the grip frame if you don't have a drop back rail or the drop down that some of the guns will include.